Yep.
We're live.
All right. Well, hey, gang. Here we are. This is Coach from Christian Curve Leadership and Lauren from Praxis Coffee.
What's up?
And we are here in this beautiful townhome here at the Barton Creek Landing apartment complex. And so we're making coffee. We wanted to show you how to make fantastic coffee at home. And that's something a lot of people, they love to go to coffee shops. I love to go to coffee shops too, right? But you know what, in the morning, and it's like, 6 o'clock, you're like, dude, I gotta go to work, but I don't have time to go to the coffee shop. I'm like, I just want some decent coffee, and you've had enough of the corporate coffee and the grocery store coffee, and you want something that's great, but you want it at home. All right, so Laura and I are going to show you two recipes, two ways to create awesome coffee at home, featuring...
There it is.
There it is, hold up.
Incoming.
All right. Praxis, right? This is the art. You want to tell us about this?
Sure.
This whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Artie. This is our brand spanking new natural Ethiopian coffee. Just got this in, naturally processed. For those of you who aren't entirely familiar, that basically means that at the farm, instead of washing all the fruit off right away, they left the fruit on, dried it in the sun. It got a whole lot of extra sugar, and it's just going to be sweet and smooth. This particular one tastes like candied blueberries and cream, so love it.
Kimberly and I actually had this, well, not this coffee, but this Artie coffee at Bougie's Donuts just the other day. And you're not kidding, this is no joke. So, amazing stuff. All right, so we're doing Chemex.
We're doing a Chemex. Chemex is widely known for any of you who like really clean coffee, and by that we mean you don't get the muddled grit that you would get in a French press. If you really like those crisp, clean notes, you get really good coffee, you want to taste all those nuances, Chemex is your new best friend.
As the light turns off.
As the light turns off. Mood lighting.
There we go. It's good. Kimberly's got it. She's just like that.
These guys are super simple to brew. Got a scale, you have your Chemex, we're using an 8-cup one, and Chemexes have their own filters, so super simple setup. We just heated our water to 200 degrees.
Exactly, right?
Exactly, yeah, we have a thermometer in
Nice.
it, we
No joke.
watch it.
No joke.
Super nerdy. And we just ground our coffee up here. Praxis uses 16-to-1 ratio. And we measure by the gram, so we're not talking spoonfuls or ounces or anything. You can get yourself a simple little scale, and we're gonna do 16 grams of water per gram of coffee. We're gonna use 30 grams of coffee tonight, so
Cool.
We'll get going here.
So now what are you doing right now? You are...
This is just pre-wetting the filter, actually. So filters can have a little bit of a papery residue, papery taste, so
Right on.
we just run some water through here. This is actually doing two things: getting rid of that papery taste, but also preheating the glass. It would be really terrible if we had fantastic coffee going into cold glass. We don't want to shock anything or change any flavors. So we just preheat the glass, get that filter nice and wet and cleaned out, and then we rinse that water right down the drain.
Cool. Right on. Right on.
So we're going to turn our scale on here, zero it out, and we're going to add our freshly ground coffee. Chemex coffee is a little bit coarser than it would be for a V60, but not as coarse as a French press. Kind of like breadcrumbs here a little bit. So we're just going to pour that into a little mound in the center of our filter here. And we're going to make an anthill sort of shape. So there we go. We're gonna tear that out. We have 29 grams of coffee, and we're gonna start with a ring right around the edge. This is just called the bloom. Basically, it's a meet and greet between the coffee and the water here. So at this point, the carbon dioxide is releasing from the coffee. It's kind of welcoming water So with that, it can actually extract really evenly and beautifully.
This is my favorite part too, because
you get tons of
yes,
it. Yes,
you gotta stick your face in the cone, right?
Exactly.
You're just gonna, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful aroma. Ugh, gotta love it. Gotta love it.
So we're waiting about 25 seconds here for the little meet and greet. And then we're gonna start at the outside again, work our way all the way around and into the middle. So here we go, it's been about 25 seconds. We didn't start our timer. We're pretty good at guesstimating here tonight.
Yeah.
So a fun thing about the Chemex is you have a lot of control about where your water touches and when. So if you see darker spots in the coffee, that's not as extracted as the lighter spots. So basically, we want to evenly extract all of our coffee. So we just worked our way from the outside in, and we're just gonna hang out in a nice tight little circle here.
So you're doing the center pour, I see.
And we do it nice and slow and evenly here. So those bubbles and the foam or froth that you see there, that's the CO2, the carbon dioxide releasing, and that's totally okay. We have finished pouring, and now it's just gonna drip through. If you had to make coffee in the morning, now you could finish, you could put your kettle down, go finish doing whatever else you needed to do in the morning. That's all the work right there.
Ta-da!
So, super simple.
Yes, nice.
Yeah.
So this is the Chemex method. This is a definitely for folks who I would say prefer like a cleaner taste.
Definitely,
right?
yeah. This,
you know.
yeah, the coffee filter is definitely a dense paper, so it's going to keep out all that muddled, all those muddled notes. Yeah.
And it looks cool. I mean, it looks
It
like
does.
a junior scientist chemistry set.
Yeah, you look
You
super
know?
serious, even if this is the only thing you know how to brew. All your
Right?
friends will be totally impressed.
Yeah, this was me for like 6 months. I was like, mastering my Chemex technique. Yeah, I went to class.
Hey, it's a
actually.
lot to master
So,
in Chemex.
yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, it is.
It's not as easy as you think.
Yeah, the lights turned off again. Hang on. Let's go see what.
Well,
We're gonna turn the lights back on. This is the awkward part of the presentation.
run, coach, run!
It took a little while there.
Yeah.
How you feeling now? Ready for some coffee?
Good. Feel good.
Get that caffeine.
All right. So this is so. Do you go by a particular brew times? You know, some people are like, you know what? I time my brews to like X minutes.
Definitely,
Or
yeah.
do you just let it drip?
So Chemexes should take between 3.5 and 4 minutes.
Okay.
If it's much longer than that, then the chances are high that you're over extracting. And that might be because you ground your coffee too fine. So in the next one, just loosen up that grind a little bit. If it's a whole lot faster than that, then you're probably under extracting and your coffee's gonna taste probably more like light tea. So you'll know.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, exactly. Tighten
This
up
don't
that grind a
taste
little
right.
bit. Exactly.
It don't taste right. I don't understand what this tastes like. Yeah.
So
This
we
is
shoot
looking
for
good.
3.5 to 4 minutes.
looking
However,
good.
Coach, we have a fun fact for you.
Fun fact.
This is your bag of coffee.
Yay!
Anybody else who gets a bag of coffee, when you unroll it, he give you a little cheat sheet.
Nice.
That's true. I saw that in my first bag, and I'm like, this is
Really?
amazing, because
You don't always have time to go online to look up the recipe and how long it should brew for. Ain't nobody got time for that in the morning.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
you just open up your bag, and we have some little brew instructions for the Chemex, AeroPress, and French press. It gives you your ratios, your times, about what your grind should look like. I want to make your life a little easier, people.
Yeah, I do dig that. That's awesome.
So
All right, are we
we
done?
are about finished here. So we'll take that filter out, give our coffee a little swirl, aerate it.
The swirl is an important part of this process too.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, you look so cool doing it.
Right? I mean,
But
Not
coffee
reason.
actually, coffee actually actually extracts in different points, so you want to blend all the extraction together, and you also want to aerate it. So just like wine, you aerate a really good wine, same thing with coffee. We're going to aerate that. Bring those flavors all out. And now we're ready to pour, guys.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry for any of you who are watching and can't taste this coffee. We are going to really enjoy it. You'll see this coffee doesn't look too dark. That's part of the cleanness of the Chemex. It's going to give you a lot of clarity of those flavors, so it's not going to taste weak. You'll definitely get all the flavors, all the nuances.
It looks like caramel gold.
So don't be deceived by the light color. There we go, guys. Cheers.
All right. All right, salud, friends.
Cheers.
Salud.
Cheers.
All right.
Looking snazzy.
Oh man.
This is so good.
Buddy.
You guys just don't even know. You just don't even understand what this is right here.
It's so funny.
You know, I was
We
on
have
a-
support groups for that.
right?
May or may not be the same one for couples who do business together.
So I was at some little weekend thing, and I was talking about Chemex, right? I was making Chemex for the the party. It was like, I don't know, it was like 30 people. I was talking to a pastor's wife, and I was like, "This is how I connect to God in the morning." And she looked at me kind of funny, and I'm like, "No, you don't understand. This is like, proof of the existence of the Almighty, if you ask me." So.
Beauty in this cup.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's beautiful.
This is. Oh, gosh. Okay.
It's kind of fun. It starts out like a really nice black tea, and then as it cools, that candied blueberry is gonna come out. Super creamy
It's
body
so
on
good.
the end.
It's just so good.
This is from our friend Samuel over at Kefa Coffee.
Well, Samuel,
Cheers to
bless you, my brother. Because, oh my gosh, to Samuel, my
Cheers
friends.
to Samuel.
Oh, so good. All right, so for my treat, so Lauren and Seth brought the Chemex, okay? So I'm going to show you another way, because some people like their coffee with milk. So I'm going to do a little demonstration on how to make a latte-esque coffee. I do this pretty much every morning.
All right.
Right, so I'm going to steal the stage here a little bit. You have a microwave? Yeah. Okay, so I'm doing very, very simple. These are mason jars, obviously. So this is something that, when we moved down to Austin,
You get to know mason jars very
you
quickly.
do,
don't
you do. I mean, we basically sold everything we had and moved down here. I mean, that's no joke. So we moved down here. We replaced all of our cups with mason jars because, evidently it's the cool thing to do, right? But also it's like wildly useful because there's like measurements right on the thing. So this is 4 ounces of milk.
All right.
All right, so 4 ounces of milk. All right. Let's see. Is this a microwave? This looks like a microwave.
If not, just throw it in the oven.
Right, we'll just throw it in there.
We'll just be on
So
this
good.
video for,
Yeah.
30 minutes or so.
Y'all get
Okay,
comfy,
so-
make yourself some popcorn.
Yeah, right.
The part
Okay,
where
awesome.
Coach learns how to use this microwave.
This is the part where Coach learns how to do something in his kitchen. All right, so this is an AeroPress. This will cost you like, what, $30 on Amazon?
Great for traveling, guys. If you don't want to
Dude.
lug a Chemex around with you,
We have a whole travel system that he brings.
That's true. It's actually over there. My bag of travel stuff is right over there.
Nice.
So, all right, where did the ground coffee go?
oh, I
We
put
just
it
had
in
it.
the Chemex. In this one?
Oh, that one?
That was all done.
Grind
Oh,
it.
okay.
That's right here.
Well, in
We
that
can
case.
grind some more real quick, yeah?
Oh, cool. Well, we got some
Yeah.
right here. That's cool. Because you went like, I'm going to let this sit on my shelf.
Yeah.
All
I don't
right,
want
so
your subscription to end again. We need some scissors. Okay.
see if we have these scissors.
All sealed up there.
This is the part, again, really the awkward presentation here. Done. All right, so I brought this. I didn't know if I need it or not, but I brought it. So this is like
Half
a,
grinder, real travel.
yeah, right. This is a $30 Mr. Coffee grinder. I mean, this is not a,
But it's a bird grinder.
Yeah.
And we care about that, right?
yeah, bird grinders are better than,
Oh my gosh, we're having a video here.
anyone else?
Stop.
Take a hit of this?
You don't need to get your fix,
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
That's like what was roasted
Oh,
on
that's
Tuesday,
right.
2 days ago.
It's too bad smell-o-vision has not been invented.
Right here, for the video's sake.
No vision.
All right, just so it's like, you know,
Put your face up to the camera. Take
like
a
I
look.
said, you guys don't even understand what this is,
imagine.
right? Okay, so nothing special about my grind here, really. This is on the finest grind. I'm set it for 4 cups. Ta-da!
Coach, I love that you have a bird grinder though.
Tell us
Helps
why it's
so much
important.
with the
Yeah.
evenness of the grind
It
and
does.
generally just not burning.
Yeah.
Your coffee as those little blades spin around.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get yourself a bird grinder, do it.
Hey, this is like $30, like, I don't know, Target or something. You know, so you're welcome, Mr. Coffee. That was a shout out for you guys right there. All right. All right. So, you have any water left in this?
We do.
Yes. Okay.
Let's check that temperature. I think it's at 200. No. Oh.
Actually, you know, I
25,
usually
we
do
good?
like between 190 and 180. So,
Perfect.
All
so
right.
it's perfect. Yeah. So I actually work at lower temperatures on mine because I find that, and again, I'm going to do almost the exact same thing as Lauren did. I'm going to let it bloom for a second. Okay. And
He's gonna get his fix.
oh, you guys just don't understand. I mean, this it's so good, you know. And then, you know, if you do it right, you get little bubbles like this. You guys want to take a shot of that in there, like little bubbles. If you do it just right and perfect, I didn't do it exactly right, but you get like a little flower
There we
blooming
go.
in the center. So I guess I'll have to have a different thing for a different day on that. But
Get all that carbon dioxide.
all right, so let's see. If I actually no, I didn't actually microwave this. Let's do that.
It's like one of those fake TV shows where you pretend to put things in there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
And they just you get out a different thing from the same oven.
Right.
Yeah, a little too child's action. Oh, look at here. All right,
I love
so
all the cooking shows where they're like, oh, and this takes 10 minutes. You take this bowl of perfectly chopped this and you mix it
Right?
together. And your kitchen stays clean the entire time.
right, and that's just
Man,
amazing.
someone needs to teach me that.
Yep.
So I'm doing the
Have that
inverted method here, and I'm spinning this around so that way I get a nice even flow, and I gotta get like Lauren was saying, like they got the nice bubbles up top there. And so I'm gonna let that sit for like a minute or so. I'm gonna wash this filter real quick. It's just like I kind of stole like the Chemex technique for my beautiful, wonderful AeroPress. Oh, gotta have something to press it into too. All right, so while that's sitting, and if you want super, oh my gosh, microwave, chill. All right, so I'm going to froth this with this little $3 milk frother that I got from IKEA.
Alright. Or if you have a steamer at home, you can steam.
Yeah, if you got a steamer, but I mean, again, we don't want to do something that was like, you know, super easily accessible. Because I mean, you can get like these little things off of Amazon for like $3, right? So
Also,
again,
we
this
have
is,
a tiny kitchen, so
and we do have a tiny kitchen.
There you go.
we have to choose our battles.
Yeah. So I typically will let this run until, or like get about 4 ounces of milk. I usually let this guy run until it hits the 8. So I double the froth. And it takes about 30 seconds or so. If you got a fresh battery in it, it's like 15 seconds, but yeah.
It's a good disclaimer.
It is. sitting there taking
Important.
It
forever.
should be noted that this is not necessarily Seth and Lauren approved. This is just
Yeah,
how
this is how I make coffee in the morning. Completely not. All right, so now we're gonna spin this and flip this over. Press it, and this makes more of a mocha style / espresso-esque style. I wouldn't call it espresso. Some people do, but you just press it all the way out. I usually fill it to the rim.
Cup.
Yeah, it's definitely a little stronger on the flavor, depending on how long you let it sit.
It's a little more concentrated.
Yeah. And so then you pour half of it in the first cup, or so. Boy, my frothing kind of did not work today. Yeah. Like I said, that's real life. And the other half in that one.
Looks good. Looks.
That looks beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, usually
Still
there's
have
like a bunch of foam at the top. I think you just went too fast.
Yeah, I think so. And then you gotta stick them in some of these things that you will, of course, find. So one of these is from Jack's school, Be Somebody. And this was from a
I love these life hacks right now.
Austin
I do,
East
yeah.
Siders. So,
This is gonna be featured on BuzzFeed.
right.
Exactly.
So what?
Oh yeah.
There we go. So
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
what do you think?
That is great.
Not too shabby for a non-certified barista. So I make these every
Anybody
morning.
can make this at home. This
Right?
is great.
I mean, this is easy. You know.
Make it a few minutes, throw it in your thermos, out the door.
Mm-hmm. So that's how to make some great coffee at home, whether you like the non-milk variety or the latte-esque variety. I don't know exactly what you'd call it. Maybe an Americano. Maybe. I don't
No,
know.
definitely not an Americano.
Well, it's like half coffee, half milk. I don't know. I call it a bus stop because when I get up in the morning to take Jack to the bus stop, I make these.
This is exactly what you need.
Everything that, yeah.
There you go.
And so that's it. So this has been Coach from Christian Curve Leadership and
Lauren from Praxis Coffee. Thanks
It's,
for joining us, guys.
And Seth.
Yeah.
hang out, Lauren.
Yay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, bye,
Bye, guys.
guys.
Wish you could drink